Lenny Kravitz. Oh, wow. I'd follow him. I'm kind of shameless like that. Heidi ho, everybody. You have got Grammy Mary here, and I'm sitting here in my rocket chair, and I have a kitty cat looking at me like, I want to get in your lap. But you're listening to me on World Truth Radio and RealLibertyMedia.com Channel 3. Also on the WorldTruth.org Spreaker channel. Heidi ho, one and all. How are you doing on this wackadoodle Wednesday? It is Wednesday, February the 10th. Just in case you don't know what day it is, because, you might be traveling back from the future or something like that. And if you are, I would have to say, why? Is it really that bad there? Oh, do I want to go there? I don't know. Well, y'all know me. I have a tendency to go there. And it gets me in trouble quite often. But that's okay. I'm used to it. Trouble is kind of like my middle name. Almost, kind of, sort of, possibly, maybe. Thank you, Barman, for tweeting me. I will go ahead and read. Oh, there she goes. There's my rascal. I'm going to have the... Yeah, you're going to hear the, ow, ow, baby. Because she likes to hug. But, ooh, those hugs kind of are owies sometimes. Especially when the claws come out. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, poor little kitty cat. She's so abused. Okay, let me see. Over here on World Truth. I see Mental Pancakes is loitering around here somewhere over here on World Truth. He's posting all kinds of way cool pictures, at least, and GIFs and all kinds of fun stuff. I also see Grimner is over here, as well as Faye Grimm and Bubs. And James Kingsley is here. And let's see, I know Mary B is here, and I think Marcos is here. Marcos, just because I wore a dress today does not mean you need to be looking at my skirts. I see you doing that shit. Did I say Faye Grimm? Hi, Faye Grimm. I hope so. She said she might have to take her puppy out to toss the ball a while, which I understand how that goes because, yeah, I step out the door and my puppies are going, she's here. She's going to throw the ball. They know they cannot do that in the house because they're big galoots and they will totally destructor my house, so... That is a toy that stays outside. Crazy brains. Okay, I don't know if I have anybody over here on Facebook. Hi, Darren. Ow, sweetheart. Now, let me go see who is over on... Hi, mandolin, my beautiful musical instrument. Yes, I do have gray hair. What did you post over here? People wonder why I give so many compliments out to strangers. I'm not being fake, and I'm not looking for people to like me. But if I pass someone and I like something, I say it. Love those shoes, or great hair, or wow, your eyes are beautiful. Okay, I do this all the time. And I also, conversely, say, oh, dude, seriously? Did you not look in a mirror? I try to be nice about it, but sometimes you just really have to go, yum. Let's see. It goes on to say, because life is hard and this world can be a shitty place and people are mean. Oh, that would be me sometimes. You never know how much those words mean to someone, and you never know what the hell they may be going through. And when you put positivity out there in the universe, you yourself become a happier person. It's hard to be nice and be miserable yourself. It'll reflect from the outside in. I'm telling you, a random compliment giving will change your life and maybe someone else's too, which is true. It's amazing to watch how their face lights up. When you just pay them a compliment, they kind of go, oh, wow, how awesome. Hi, Jeff. I see you too, darling. I shared a video over on Facebook of a little kid first time seeing Sloppy Joe's, and he goes, it's poop, and he would not eat it because it's poop. Yeah. Oh, Faye is back. Hey, woman. Okay, let me go see who is over here in the RLM. I see Barman right there on top. Hey, Asmo. Oh, Asmo's down lower. There you go. I also see the lovely Beth Z is here. Yeah, us Z's, we got to stick together. Cowboy Tech is here. Hey, sweetheart, I hope you're hearing pleasant voices. And looky, 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 I am so excited. Hi there. Darth roams. I don't get to do that much anymore, so I'm really, really tickled when I do. I also see Grimner is here, as well as the lovely Moose Girl and the lovely Kate. I also see IB Don C and Java Doctor 2, the new and improved version. Yes, he will always be the new and improved version because that's what the number 2 stands for. Don't you know? Do you need to go any further? I don't think so. I also see Juana Taco is here, but you know what, sweetheart? Sounds lovely, but I think, yeah, I had homemade chicken and noodles. Yep, I made a big batch, don't you know? And yeah, I froze half of it, and I'm still eating. But it's good. It's good stuff. I also see Alias is here, as well as Asmo. He's not above barman. Asmo, you must not have paid him off, huh? I also see Chalcedony is here, and looky there, my brother Fudd made it to the crew. Hey there, Fudd, how you doing? How's things with the little woman, your lovely bride? I also see Gary L is here, as well as Goy Space, or maybe I should say underscore. And looky there, there's Graham Z, which is me. And IB Don C Work looks like he's away, but he's also still showing up in the chat. And Meisterbrow Party! Party! Whoop, whoop. Oslo is here, as well as P. Bunyan. And to round out the crew is the last one in the Omega sect, Vinzy. So hey there, hi there, ho there. How ya all doing on this whack-a-doodle Wednesday? Supreme Court blocks Obama's power plant regulation. Well, damn. Thanks, Redrick. It's a video, so I won't go there. But if you go over to World Truth, Redrick Redini, is that how you say that, sweetheart? He posted that. So come on over to World Truth. Say hey there, hi there, ho there. Hi there, Mantle. What you got to say there, darling? I see you commented on your photo. Let me see. Which photo was it? Because you posted so many this evening, so. Oh. It's a GIF, and it's a guy in a fancy schmancy vehicle, ragtop, and he's so busy looking at a skirt walking by that he doesn't realize he's doink. Yes, I'm evil. I think it's hilarious when you ain't paying attention to what you're doing and then you get bonked upside the head. You know, a pat on the back and a bop upside the head. The only difference is location, location, location. Okay, let's go see what I got pulled up today. You know, I really haven't pulled up a whole hell of a lot yet. I was busy. I really was. I was checking out my fake book and I was updating things and I was just kind of, I was busy. So let me see. I got to get FARC open and I got to get UPI open. I already have my Pocket open so I can dig in. Oh, hey. And I do have some Pocket things that I do need to get to, but wow. This, yeah. I gotta go here. You know, headlines, they grab your attention because, you know, they tickle the gray cells. That's it. And they don't necessarily have anything to do with the story. I know that firsthand because there's been lots of times I have gone to a story just because the headline tickled my fancy and then the story did not live up to my expectations. Not necessarily saying it's bad, but it did not live up to my expectations. So, this one is from UPI, and it's a possum found hiding in a toilet paper dispenser. That's a shits. Apparently, this was in Melbourne. A possum was found living in a toilet paper dispenser by staff at a local park. Well, you know, at least it had its scratching post, and if it should happen to have to go to the bathroom, well, it was in the right place because it would just fall down on the floor, and y'all have to clean up the floor anyway because nobody seems to be able to hit the frickin' toilet in a public restroom. So, apparently the park's Victoria shared a photo of this possum who had torn up a roll of toilet paper and turned the dispenser in its Yarra Bend Park into a home. A staff member discovered the possum while cleaning the bathroom and informed a park ranger named Cameron of its presence. Hi, Cameron. There is a live possum living in the paper dispenser of the toilet at the Loop picnic area. Once the possum was removed, the park saw to it that the possum was given a more spacious accommodation as they built it a home in a tree. So see, it was just cutting out the middleman because the TP is made from trees, right? It's made from paper. I just had to go there because it's like, really? Alrighty. Critters will move in wherever they can get moved in, don't you know? That's just what they do. And yes, Grammy, yeah, buttons. I have trouble with buttons, and I need to learn with the delay. I need to start things just a little bit earlier so that my show will actually start. What is it, a 40-second delay? Is that what it is? I not know, because I don't ever listen. Seriously, I rarely ever listen to me on the radio. If I hear me, it's like, oh, good Lord, they really listen to that shit? Okay. I'm glad you do, because if you didn't, I'd just be sitting here talking to myself. But hey, let me see. I got a notification over here. Let me check it real quick. Bubs, you sweetheart. Bubs sent me a gift. What did you send me, sweetie? Bubs is my furry friend. It's a bumblebee. Hey, I have a bumblebee costume. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay. I've got to get to this because I saw this on Twitter a little bit ago, and I kind of sort of read like the first paragraph, and I mean, what got me was the picture, and the picture is, it's from wakingtimes.com. Political correctness equals language and thought control. Because, don't you know, people have a right to not be offended by you expressing your thoughts, right? And the picture is, yeah, it looks very owie. Political correctness is a Rothschild invention of language control. Like Orwellian newspeak in 1984, its ultimate aim is to reduce the scope of free thought. Political correctness is language control, and language control is thought control. Period. The rise of modern political correctness, or PC, is a great example of the cunning way in which social engineers such as the New World Order manipulators operate. Political correctness is soft censorship. I don't think it's so soft anymore. It is intolerance disguised as tolerance, which to me, tolerance is just a nice word for condescension. Let me put this over here on. Just a big rat? Well, it was still cute in there. Okay, 40 seconds. So I just need to remember to start my player 40 seconds earlier. There you go. As George Carlin said, it is fascism pretending to be manners, which, yeah. And the softification of the language. You know, instead of someone died, they passed away, moved on. You know, lovely things like that. So, and instead of someone having shell shock, they have post-traumatic stress disorder, which is now no longer limited to people who have been in the theater of war, which makes it sound like a Broadway play to me. It's not a theater. It's not a play. It's not anything fun. And this whole collateral damage nonsense, collateral damage, you know, people think of collateral as I have collateral. I have assets. Therefore, you can put a lien on my assets because I have collateral kind of thing. But it's not that. Collateral damage is actually the killing of peoples and critters and the destruction of property. And I do, occasionally I will see an article that says that, they're working on some kind of bomb that will just kill people and leave the buildings intact. Oh, wow, isn't that just special of you? Why are you going after the civilians? Those that are just kind of walking around trying to do their thing, trying to not get blown up by one crazy or another, depending on if that crazy has a government backing them or a government backing them. Not much difference, is there? No. Because, they say they're state-run terrorists. I'm thinking, yeah, state-run terrorists. That's a really good way of putting it, ain't it? Oh, well, to go on with this, it is running amok, not just in universities, but now almost everywhere in society, except for where I work. Because if it was in effect where I work, I would have to have gray tape over my mouth. Just saying. Just as Orwell laid out so precisely in 1984, political correctness is the newspeak which is threatening to limit our ability to freely speak and think by reducing the numbers of available words in our vocabulary. Because, you can't use nigga jim anymore, even though that's in some Mark Twain books. There's all kinds of lovely little words now. Oh, and now they take rape, and it's a rape culture because somebody feels verbally assaulted. Oh, he called me a dumb blonde. I've been raped. This rape culture. Bullshit. Bullshit. Get over yourself, blondie. Not just blondes either. I know an awful lot of people that get easily butthurt. Oh well. Political correctness is based on the non-existent right, in quotations, to not be offended, which I don't remember seeing that anywhere in the Constitution, and I've read that several times. I've actually read it more often than I have the Bible, which I actually read the Bible once, and that was enough. Didn't need to read it again. It's kind of like a lot of the fiction books that I read. Some of them I will read multiple times, and each time I read them, I get a little bit more out of it. And some of them, I read them once, and that's enough. And a lot of times, the ones that I read once and that's enough, they go to a used book bin. And I will find something else, because if it's not something that I care to read again, I usually don't keep it around the house. Just saying. Truth is stranger than fiction. When you look at the twisted contortions the PC crowd is insisting people go through to rid their language of anything offensive. I'm Captain Offensive. It has entered the theater. See, it's a theater of the absurd where all the world's a stage. And I'm going to come out in some paisley Superman costume and... No, let's don't go there. I'll just start rattling off F-bombs and all kinds of other fun stuff because I'm Captain Offensive. Political correctness dictates what you can say and can't say based on how offensive a word is. Right off the bat, there's several problems with this. Firstly, who are these commissars, the officials, or authorita, who are granting themselves massive power by getting to decide what ranks as offensive? Secondly, since when did feeling offended or having your feelings hurt become such an important issue that it legally justifies restricting everyone's freedom? I have an emotional butt hurt. Fix it. Will you kiss it, make it better? I don't think so. Last time I checked, freedom of speech was a genuine and legitimate human right. That is a natural right, peeps. It's enshrined in legal documents of many countries, and it really doesn't make a shitting bit of difference if it's enshrined in documents. You know those little circles and lines that we put together to make words, that we put together to make sentences, that make paragraphs, and on and on and on. Duh, it's a natural right. It's a natural right. If you wish to speak it, you may speak it. But, like nature, there are always repercussions or rewards for everything you say and do. So be prepared. Man up or pull up your big girl panties and deal with the results of whatever you said. That's all I ask. Yeah. The right to not feel offended is imaginary. It does not exist. There is nowhere in nature that says you have the right to not have a butt hurt. Because if that were true, then nothing would be alive, actually, when you stop and think about it. Because can you imagine a lion or something chasing an antelope on the Serengeti plain? And all of a sudden the antelope stops and goes, "Excuse me, I'm offended. You're chasing me because you want to take a bite out of my ass. And that would hurt. And so you can't do that." And then the lion would have to go, "Oh, that's right. Sorry. Never mind." And it would slink off and starve. And the antelope would frolic along, and then the antelopes would eat all of the grass, and then they would eventually starve. 'Cause that's how shit works. You have critters that eat other critters because that's called culling the herd. It's getting the unwell, the weak, out of the genetic pool so that the stronger ones can keep producing and they can further the species. That's how that works. That's called nature at its finest. Oh, and if plants could talk, which plants do listen to music, but if they could talk, and if they didn't like that antelope chewing on them, they'd go, "Excuse me, I don't like it when you chew on me, and you chewed on my cousin over there, and now he's gone. I don't like that. You have to stop." I mean, can you see where this would go? If you want to get farcical about it, which I tend to do on a daily basis, it could go on forever. There would be no life if everyone had to make sure that nobody got butt hurt or nobody inflicted any kind of harm whatsoever on anyone else. There would be no sun, there would be no moon, there would be no planets, there would be none of that stuff because they collide in order to create, science, with my imagination sprinkled in. I'm just picking on you, darling. So too is feeling offended in the realm of the beholder or the butt hurter, however the case may be. Words are words. Each person is in charge of their own emotions. Choose to ignore, respond, or react to words how you want, but don't blame someone else for your emotional state because truly, darling, you are totally in control of your emotional state. Yeah, someone might do something that may make you feel bad, but are they really making you feel bad, or are you just kind of going, "I'm kind of butthurt. I don't like that." So you're going to hate that person forever? Really? I mean, if you want to look at it like that, I get butthurt on a daily basis too. But then I go, pull up the big girl panties. Don't give yourself a wedgie. Yeah. You are in control of your own state of consciousness. To blame someone else because you feel angry, offended, or upset shows an abandonment of responsibility and an utter lack of emotional and spiritual maturity. Since when did we humans become such crybabies that we couldn't stand hearing or being called a word, a name, a label, or a phrase? Grow up. No, she actually says please, but I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say grow up. As always, there's more to the story here, though. Political correctness has roots in Marxism and communism. Wikipedia notes that in the early mid-20th century, wow, I feel old because I was born in that century. The phrase politically correct was associated with dogmatic application of Stalinist doctrine, debated between Communist Party members and socialists. However, it goes back further to the Frankfurt School Institute for Social Research in Germany, which was set up in 1923. The Frankfurt School was a think tank for social engineering. Yeah, tweaking things that they didn't really know should have been tweaked with, don't you know? It was aiming to spread collectivism, which means mindless. Stop that! That's offensive! Yeah. Or its offshoot of socialism, Marxism, and communism around the world. And there is also an article linked here from the Schiller Institute that states the task of the Frankfurt School then was first to undermine the Judeo-Christian legacy through an abolition of culture, and second, to determine new cultural forms which would increase the alienation of the population, thus creating a... Then I think you should take your little microaggress and go somewhere off in a corner and suck your thumb for a while, you big baby. 'Cause I really don't care. It goes on to say, although the Institute for Social Research started with Comintern, which is Communism International support, over the next 3 decades, its sources of funds included various German and American universities, the Rockefeller Foundation, Columbia Broadcasting System, that's CBS for those of you don't you know, American Jewish Committee, several American intelligence agencies because they figured out a way to control you once again with wordplay. The Office of the U.S. High Commission for Germany. I wonder if those were stoner dudes. The International Labor Organization and the Hacker Institute, which is not to be confused with Bill the Cat. Hack! It's a posh psychiatric. Nathan Rothschild had given Marx 2 checks for several £1,000s to finance the cause of socialism. Because socialism is that wonderful ism that seems to think that you can even out the playing field by taking from overachievers and giving to underachievers, and therefore everybody gets to have their Uncle Sugar in their pocket. Everybody. Because either they're taking it out or they're putting it in. But either way, they're digging around in your pocket. And what people don't realize is when they dig around in your pocket, they're dragging you around by the short and curlies. Yes, they are. The checks were put on display at the British Museum after Lord Lionel Walter Rothschild, a trustee, had willed his museum and library to them. So, hey, you know, they were so proud of the fact that they put it on display for all the world to see. And all the world went, oh, isn't that nice? See how nice they were? They just gave money to those people. That was so philanthropic of them. Philanthropic. Who is Phil? And who's thropic that's hanging around with them? Because that sounds almost disgusting. Actually, it does sound somewhat disgusting. To me, at least. Let me take a peek here. Juana, you blinded? Okay, let me get back to this. Just a sec. Okay, now, both of these key New World Order families are thus implicated in Marxism, the Frankfurt School, and political correctness. Interestingly, many researchers have pointed out that political correctness is part of a broader movement of culture Marxism. My diabolical plan is working famously. Yeah, which is to subversion of a country's culture with collectivist ideology, as opposed to a more direct political version. Because, if people are in your face, most of the time, people that are in your face, you do this talk to the hand shit. You back them up. Most of the time. Not everybody does. There's some people that go, I'm microaggressed. Make them stop. Not me. I do the single finger salute, and if they can't hear it, I turn it up. And if they still can't hear it, I give them a second one just to let them know, yeah, you are number one 2 times. Yes, you are. Apparently, Yuri Bezmenov, a former Soviet KGB agent, said that ideological subversion would change the perception of reality of every American. Because why would the Russians have to come over here with a force of arms to take over America when we will destroy ourselves from within? Oh, how lovely. It's like a cancer. It just keeps growing. And yeah, instead of dealing with the cancer the way you normally would, treating the actual disease, no, we're going to chemotherapy the bunch of you with chemtrails and fluoridated water. Don't you feel special? Now they're killing the whole organism just to get that little cancer that keeps running amok. Ain't it great? He outlined how there was a slow brainwashing process taking place to change the individualistic culture of the West, consisting of demoralization. Yeah, pretty much done. Destabilization. Once again, pretty much done. Crisis. Oh, never let a good crisis go to waste. Violent change and normalization. How can you normalize violent change? And how is violent change normal? How does it become normal if it's change? I don't get that. All this was the aim of making the West collectivist. The question is, how much has it worked? Real quick here, just gotta say, collectivist can be a dirty thing, as in this case. Hello, Lino. How are you doing, darling? I am doing just absolutely splendiferous on this Wackadoodle Wednesday. I'm talking with my hands, and it's a good thing nobody can see me because I'm like Glinda the Good Witch with my hands going everywhere. It's one of those days, Lino. It's been a Wackadoodle day, and therefore, yeah, I'm being just a wee bit on the Wackadoodle side. Just a wee. Okay, let me get back to my political correctness because I'm really enjoying this. So here are some of the examples of utter absurdity of political correctness. Oh, this should be fun. Whatever good intentions political correctness may have. Oh, wait a minute. I was talking about collectivism. Yeah, butterfly net. Grab that puppy. Catch that thought. It tried to get away from me, but it just went right past me again, and I got it this time. Collectivism is not a bad thing when the collectivism is you have a collective intent for each individual to control their own life. When the collective decides that the individual is important, then collectivism really isn't such a bad thing, is it? I'm thinking no. The only thing is, and I honestly and truly believe there are an awful lot of people out there that believe that the individual should be in charge of their own realm, their own world, their own life. Unfortunately, there are many out there that say, I'm an individual, and if you don't recognize my individuality, I'm going to call cops on you. PC police. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. Okay. Oi. Oh, whatever good intentions, political wouldn't have enough to run a piss-ants motorcycle around the inside of a Cheerio. Those are the people I want to discriminate against because I'm a discriminating person. How about we consider these examples of what the PC crowd is trying to make people say in their bias-free language? Oh, I love this. Seniors, elderly, me, are people of advanced age. Wow. That sounds like really high tech. I kind of like that one. How about overweight or obese people are people of size? Well, I'm a person of size. I just happen to be a size 8. What size are you? How about rich? Those are now people of material wealth. I beg to differ because I know an awful lot of wealthy people that really don't have a whole hell of a lot of money, but they are wealthy in ways that you cannot use money to measure. American equals U.S. citizen, which is not true. Although that's the way things have gone. You know, they keep saying, America, America. Well, we are the USA. I live in USA. But the Americas are also Canada and Mexico and Central America and South America, with little tendrils stuck out to Hawaii and Puerto Rico and the Philippines, or the Philippines, however you wish to say that. Last month, let me read that again. This last one is especially interesting given that the U.S. government is a corporation which lays claim to the entire USA, whereas American denotes a natural-born individual of the Republic. Oh, really? Is that how that works? So we are all Americans from South Pole to North Pole, all of us Americans, and we are natural-born individuals of a republic. I prefer sovereign. But semantics. The PC police also want to eliminate the following words. Oh, here we go. Here's some fun ones. Male, female, father, mother, two as in TOO, hard worker, or work harder, third world, crazy, insane, retarded, gay, tyranny. They want to get rid of tyranny because, that's what they are. Gypped, illegal, alien, fag, ghetto, and raghead. And phrases such as, I want to die, and that test raped me. Huh? How does a test rape you? Were you mind fucked? F-bomb. 41 minutes in. Whew. Okay, male and female. Okay, so you are someone of the dangly bits persuasion, and I am of the camel toe persuasion. No, because I don't do camel toe. Okay, if my pants are so goddamn tight that I get camel toe, I give them away. I don't want them if they're that frickin' tight. You need to be able to breathe, children. And that sounds like it hurt. I don't know. Am I still Chinese? Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees, water. Oh, never mind. It's a visual joke. You wouldn't get it. Who flung poo? That's my name. That's my Chinese name. Who flung poo? I did. Did it stick? That's what I want to know. Party! Okay, I got to refresh my Twitter because I got 84 tweets. Not that I'm paying attention, but I do. I had 84 tweets. Okay. To go on with this, the Donald recently got heckled for using the term anchor baby. Anchor baby, anchor baby. You know, that almost sounds like a Paul Anka song. Anchor baby. Anchor baby. Never mind. Oh, this was by a PC journalist who wanted him to say the American-born child of an undocumented immigrant. Why? That takes entirely too long, and I'm sure Donald would run out of breath, and his hair would fall on his face, and then he'd look like Cousin It, and that's not good. Anchor baby's so much faster. Funnily enough, the PC journalist was breaking his own inane rules, since now we're being told that American is disallowed. Remember the Ban Bossy campaign? No, I don't. Grown adults indulging in utter stupidity happens on a daily basis. More political correctness and language control. How can you ban a word anyway? I don't know. How can you ban a word? So does that word go off into a little word cell? And does it have to wear a little orange word jumpsuit? It went to the word Gray Bar Hilton for an extended stay. Does it get musty when it stays in there for too long? Just wondering. If it's not just specific words or phrases that the PC crowd wants to obliterate, at some universities they're banning entire ways of behaving. Wow, now they're by the behavior police as well. I want to go to one of those universities just to behave badly. Ooh, I wonder what I have to do. Oh, they've moved beyond speech control into total behavior control, such as Brown University has banned any speech making people feel angry, impotent, or disenfranchised. So if I were to go up to a guy and he were to say, "Hey, baby," and I were to say, "Sorry, I don't do miniatures," would I be banned? Oh, how about Colby College banning any speech that's leading to the loss of self-esteem? Self-esteem is an ego thing. I could care less about your self-esteem. It's your self-worth, and your self-worth is based on... Never mind. It's a long discussion. How about Bryn Mawr College banning suggestive looks? Oh, I want to go stand on a street corner now and just look at people. You know, and do that eyebrow thing. I can do that at Haverford College, too, where they have banned unwelcome flirtation. And trust me, if I go stand on a street corner and do that look, it would be an unwelcome flirtation, I'm sure. To which I would enjoy every moment of it. Trust me. How about the University of Connecticut, which has banned inappropriate laughter? Oh, I am so totally fucked. Who wants to go to the University of Connecticut with me? And we'll tell really bad, raunchy jokes, and I'll laugh like a maniac on a street corner. Or in the quad. Let's go to the quad. Yeah! I could do that. That would be fun. How about West Virginia University, which has banned the use of words boyfriend or girlfriend? Okay, I am of an age where if someone says, "You want to be my girlfriend?" It's like, seriously? Seriously? No. I am not a girlfriend. Number one, I'm not girlfriend material. Unless it's like, "Hey, girlfriend." You know, I mean, yeah, I say that with my daughters and my daughter's friends and that kind of shit all the time. And my friends as well. But yeah, boyfriend, girlfriend, no. Instead, students are supposed to use the words lover or partner. This is my partner. I would say we're lovers, but we haven't done that yet, so this is just my partner. Oh, help, ack. Oh, and wait, there's more. Just look at what Grand Valley State University recommends we do. If you're going to avoid racism and ageism, mention a person's race or age only if it's relevant to the story. It's biased if a strange black man spoke to me at the grocery store. It's better to say a strange man spoke to me at the grocery store. My mama always told me not to talk to strangers, and I haven't met anyone stranger than me yet, and I talk to myself all the time. How about disability and disease? Ooh, focus on people rather than conditions. Yeah, that goes two ways, darling. The biased way is, I met an epileptic on the bus today. How did you know they were an epileptic? Because they were jerking and the bus wasn't doing it. Maybe they were doing some... I've seen videos. Ew. Mental image. Sorry. Wow. I really got to work on my mental etch-a-sketch. A better way to say it is, I met a person with epilepsy on the bus today. Oh, and who is epilepsy? They were carrying it around with them? Is that how that was? Well, morons. Softening the speech. Softening it doesn't make it any less true, sweetheart. It's just trying to make you feel a little bit better about it. You know, if you weren't so butthurt and overly concerned about how someone else might be butthurt, maybe you would realize that someone else ain't butthurt over the same shit you're butthurt over. Did you ever think about that? So, since when is becoming less descriptive equivalent to less discriminatory? Yeah, talk about a perversion of straight and ordinary speech. Political correctness is standing reality on its head. No, I can't do that when I'm on the radio. Here's another chilling quote from 1984. If you haven't a real appreciation of newspeak, Winston, in your heart, you'd prefer to stick to old speak with all its vagueness and its useless shades of meaning. You don't grasp the beauty of the destruction of words. Do you know that newspeak is the only language in the world whose vocabulary gets smaller every year? Don't you see that the whole aim of newspeak is to narrow the range of thought? In the end, we shall make thought crime literally impossible because there will be no words in which to express it. You gonna let them get away with that? I know I, for one, am not, because I just ain't smart enough to hold my tongue. My fingers get slimy, number one, when I try and do that. And then my fingernails just scrape my tongue, and then I'd have a boo-boo, and I would need someone to kiss it. And, well, since I don't have someone do that, well, oh, okay, Lino's going to the University of Connecticut with me. He's going to make the lewd and lascivious looks at the girls, and I'll do it at the guys. And maybe we'll switch off just to really freak people off. You know, never know. It could be fun. It's a date, Lino. As soon as I get enough money to get more than 90 miles from town. Oh, I can do that. I can make it as far as my grandkids. And that's as far as I'm going to go. This goes on to say anything and everything is politically or potentially offensive. Politically as well. All words are potentially offensive. Every word could potentially be associated with something bad. Is that bad as in bad juju, or is that bad as in I'm bad, you know it, uh-huh. Oh, okay, Michael Jackson's rolling in his grave right now and going, she sucks. So, every word could come under the scrutiny of the PC police. Wee. Slurs, insults, derogatory language have always existed ever since humans could speak. I seem to recall last week something about the oldest recorded joke is one about how a maiden didn't fart on her husband's lap. And that was like newsworthy, which, yeah, that would be newsworthy. Just saying. Like you wouldn't, yeah. Don't lie. I know how you are. You can't just annihilate words that hurt. Even the concepts of microaggression and hate speech are failed notions, trying to make having your feelings hurt or getting offended morally or legally equivalent with harassment. Really? I don't think so. There is no equivalence. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me unless I allow them to. Do not let someone else's verbiage live rent-free in your head. Dance around, rearrange cobwebs, all that fun shit. Don't let it happen. If you don't want to get butthurt, don't get that way. It's that simple. I encourage anyone who has even the mildest interest in a free humanity with complete freedom of speech and total freedom of thought to resist political correctness with every fiber of your being. If you're concerned about hurting people's feelings unnecessarily, you can always find ways to express something in the right way. Or put it out there as a joke. Works for me. Sometimes. In those kinds of situations, what really matters is the way you say the words, not what you say. It's kind of like when you're reading to a baby. It's all in the tone of voice. It's not necessarily on what you're saying. It's the tonality and the way it flows. That's what affects the child, is how you say it, the intent behind. I can read all kinds of ugly things like this, and you would go, isn't that sweet? That's what people did when Dangleberry said, I'm going to fundamentally transform this nation. Everybody went, isn't that sweet? Yeah. It's time for those hiding behind feeling offended to grow the fuck up. Stop demanding those around you change because of your lack of maturity. Stop trying to hijack everyone else's freedom because of your timidity. Just as beauty is in the eye of the beholder or beer holder, although I don't know why someone would want to hold a bee because it might sting, and that hurts. I've been stung. I've been stung in an area that I should not have been stung, and I couldn't wear a bra for a week. It hurt. Oh well. Offense is in the mind, attitude and reaction of the bee holder. It's time to call a spade a spade. And no, I'm talking about a frickin' shovel or a suit in a deck of cards. We need the spirit of straight talking. We need the courage to speak truth to power. Not to go in the opposite direction and become afraid of saying anything because I might offend someone. Really? I don't think you offended them unless you went, you dress like them people of Walmart, and then it's okay. Yeah, it's offensive, but seriously, if you want to go out in public like that, if you don't have a problem going out in public like that, I mean, I'll do a double take because it's like a train wreck. Sometimes you just can't pull your eyes away, but you just kind of go, damn, there but for the grace of God. No, I would not dress that way. No. Whew. The real agenda of political correctness is to stifle objective investigation and free speech. Ultimately, it's to eliminate criticism of the New World Order manipulators under the guise of stopping hate speech and making everything fair and equal. If everything was equal, isn't that a dietary, that's one of them fake sugars? I don't want everything to be a fake sugar. And fair? No, sometimes I like being foul. It adds a little zippity to my doodah. So, Lino, I don't know if there is a boogeyman. If there is a boogeyman and the music's playing, I'll boogie right along with him, hon. I boogie in my chair all the time. If people was watching, they'd go, do you not ever sit still when you're doing the radio? To which I would reply, rarely. I rarely sit still anyway, whether I'm on the radio or not. Uh-oh, Fudd left. Oh, crazy train. I'm driving, just so you know. Okay, I'm not driving the whole trip because there are quite a few other people that are very good at driving the crazy train. But I'm also very good at driving people crazy because, I've had a lot of practice at it. Did it to myself. Oh, I have notifications. Yes, Miss Faye. Hi, laddie. How you doing, sweetheart? Hunks. Ooh, she's sharing hunks. Honestly. Oh, hi there. Hello. I'm just going to stay here for a minute, okay? We need a moment of silence. That's a loaded question there, Faye. I'm thinking I can handle 4 of them because I would like to have 1 in the laundry room and 1 in the kitchen and 1 in the yard and 1 in the bathroom. They can clean and do all and cook and all that fun. And I'll kick back and eat bonbons and watch. Whew. Wow. Okay. Moving along. Oh, bless your heart, Leno. You're such a sweetheart. Leno says, you're still a very young, sweet lady. And you can make many hearts whoop down in the university. Yeah, they'll whoop all right. They'll be going, whoa, whoo, run. I don't run, sweetie. It's okay. You can, if you want to run away, that's fine, because I'm not going to run after you. I quit running after people a long time. You know, grandchildren. Those are the only ones I run after, is my grandchildren. And I don't run very far because I get winded. and I have joints that hurt after too much running. And quite frankly, the little shits will stop just out of reach and look at me and go, come on, Grammy. Love you too, little troll. I catch you, you're in trouble. Okay. Oh, which pic did you share, Graham? Mama said police are like a box of chocolates. They'll kill your dog. I have had puppies get into chocolate before and it didn't kill them. I'm just saying. Who is this laddie? Oh, I'll listen to that later, sweetheart. Okay, Redemption Protocol just shared a meme over here. Little kid saying, Mommy, when I grow up, I want to be a liberal. And Mommy says, well, decide. You can't be both, son. Well, okay, I am a liberal, though, of the traditional liberal definition, because I am very liberal-minded. You know, if you wish to think a certain way, it's your thoughts, not mine. So go ahead and think that way. It's when you act upon it, and if it causes intentional grievous harm or intentional harm, period, to another. And no, I'm not talking about this whole munching on grass and the grass going, stop eating me. Because that's just a flight of fancy. But, you know, think what you want to think. Do what you want to do, as long as you do not cause harm to another. Who am I to say? But I also expect you to allow me. No, not allow me. I don't expect you to allow me shit. I expect you to stay the fuck out of my way. Okay? Because if I ain't hurting anybody, leave me be. Okay? Okay. That's the way it works. Okay. I'm going to go to my pocket list because Grimmy shared something with me the other day. And I've got to go there. And then I saw several others that, let's see. Okay, and Moosey shared one too. I got to get to hers too, but then there's several others that I want to get to as well. But this one I have to do. I have to, because it's from my favorite state in the whole wide world, even though I've never been there and don't necessarily want to go there. Florida man is accused of tossing a gator into a Wendy's drive-thru. Now, I've heard the saying you get fucked through the drive-thru, but I've never heard of you getting gatored through it or the drive-thru attendee getting gatored. Although gator wasn't on the menu, it didn't prevent one from making an appearance inside a Florida Wendy's. A Jupiter man. He's from another planet. He's one of them there illegal aliens. He's from Jupiter. That man threw a 3.5-foot long gator through a Royal Palm Beach restaurant's drive-thru window, according to the Palm Beach Post. That's a hell of an arm. Was it like he must have been a javelin thrower in high school. The actual crime occurred in October 2015, but U.S. Marshals arrested and charged the suspect, 23-year-old Joshua James, with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and illegally killing, possessing, or capturing an alligator. Okay, which is it? If it's an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, was it dead? If it wasn't dead, then it must have been the possessing and capturing of an alligator, as opposed to a streety gator. Apparently, officials with the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission told WPTV that James pulled up for his order, and after the Wendy's employee gave him his drink, he tossed a gator into the drive-thru window. As of Monday evening, he has not yet been released on bail. Well, so what would possess one to, number one, take a gator with you to the Wendy's drive-thru? Number two, why was the service so slow that you thought you would make them go chomp chomp? With the gator, it's chomp chomp. Chomp chomp, not chop chop. You got to put a in there. What the hell? Hey there, NCIV. Really? Uh-oh. FBI sieges. Shit. What the hell? What the hell? I'm going Peg Bundy. Oh, that's scary. That is scary, Grim. Hell should I let you? You strange-o. Okay, they're not stranger than me, but they're a strange-o. Oop. Stutter fingers. So, Goy, you were just excited. I could tell, because you went all caps. Oh, the fibbers. Fibber McGee. No, that's cruel to Fibber McGee. That's just not right. Okay, I'm going to go back to my pocket because I got to get to this one that Moosey shared. Because, well, you know, it has cuss words in it, and therefore I'm going to have to read it. Because, well, you know, that's how I roll. Cuss words. This is from bluntmoms.com. I don't think I read this last week. No, I haven't done this one yet. I don't think. Yes, I do think, but it's only occasionally because it hurts and smoke rolls out my ears. Dear kids, if I die, please don't be a shithead. My mother's already told me that she's going to outlive all of us. So, most important life lessons I want you to remember. Love, Mom. Number 1, don't be a shithead. Yeah, don't be a shithead is actually, the only piece of advice you will ever need in life. A shithead can best be summed up as a person who thinks they are better than everyone and therefore can act however they want without taking into account the feelings of others, aka Gooberment fills that criteria quite well, don't you think? Although it's not a person, it is a fiction, but this fiction gets away with doing things that no one else is allowed to do because it's a fiction and we're strawmen. Light a match. Just think about it. ISIS is full of shitheads. I got to agree with that one. Although they're not all Muslim asshats. Nazi shitheads, Westboro Baptist shitheads. Oh yeah. Met them people up close personal. Every damn one of them has a little piece of toilet paper hanging out of their mouth. That girl in 4th grade that invited everyone in class but you to her birthday party. Shithead. And her parents are also shitheads. You will, unfortunately, find shitheads everywhere because, yeah, they go forth and propagate. They will be in your school, on your sports teams, sitting beside, or they take the last piece of white meat or whatever of the turkey and then they throw it away because they got full. That is a mega shithead. Okay, number 2. Don't ever think you know the whole story. Yes. No. Maybe. Just a sec. Yes, Lino. Um, Lino says Grammy Mary is the most powerful lady in the universe. She can punch and hit the peoples very much, and nobody can stand by her. So don't mess with Grammy Mary, or you will get your ass kicked. Oh, and I am so scary, man. Lino, you're so funny. You really are a funny individual. Okay, back to this. The truth is, while some people are born shitheads, most are me. Don't let anyone push you around. If some stupid bully on the playground hits you, hit them back. I know. Your teacher says use your words. Great. Yeah, words do really good when you can't talk through a fat lip. Here are some words to use. Try to say this in a low and gravelly voice. Listen, jerk. I don't want to hurt you. I can't do that. I know.
Listen, jerk, I don't want to hurt you, but if you hit me again, I will hit you back, and you won't like it.
How's that sound? I think they would fall down laughing. That's what I think. Now, if they hit you again, hit them back. Hard. You tried to warn them. You used your words, and it didn't work. See? Number 4, don't ever say, I would never. Oh, good Lord, I can't tell you how many to judge others. There are circumstances in life that cause us to become strangers, even to ourselves. Like I said, no one's stranger than me in this. Yeah. Of course, it is my own little world, and it's just people that I like that I let in there. Occasionally, I open the window and see someone I don't like, and I go, I'm glad you're not in my world. Moving along. Number 5, don't do drugs. Seriously, have you ever seen this particular life choice work out well for anyone? Ever? Elvis, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, the Rolling Stones. Okay, well, maybe the Stones, but that's it. Okay, Keith Richards, he's going to live forever. Him and cockroaches, they'll be the only ones left. And grossly trailing along behind you and fly to make sure it's up and you don't look like a creep. Creeper! Creeper! Barn doors open, darling. And don't forget to discreetly tell your friends when they have something stuck in their teeth or if their fly is down. What kind of shithead wouldn't tell their friend when something was in their teeth? Wouldn't you want to know? Isn't that what a true friend does? Tells you when something isn't quite right? Helps you out in a jam? Steps on that nasty piece of paper stuck on your shoe? It's because neither one of you was fast enough. Just saying. Number 7, do pass the ball. Pass the damn ball. Oh, God, yeah. I can't tell you how many times I wanted to yell that when my girls were playing basketball. Oh. And I don't mean to your best friend or the star player on the team. I mean pass it to the kid that will probably miss it, the one who might fumble. Throw it to him or her, and if they miss it, no big deal. This isn't the NFL or the NBA. They just want a chance. Everyone wants. That was bullshit, but it was okay for a guy to wear pads on his shoulders and. Oh, don't give me that shit of they're playing football. I don't care. I don't care. It's a freaking game. It's a game. And you know what? You can get all butthurt if someone loses, but you know what? Every time you play again, odds are there's a winner and there's a loser. Very, very few times does it turn out that it comes up a tie. Very few times. But that's part of playing the game. And when you lose, that is supposed to be incentive for you to try harder the next time. And any given Sunday, the best person in the whole wide world can lose their ass to the most. Get over yourself. Get over the whole team has to win bullshit. And then one thing that used to piss me off about an old boss, way former boss, years and years ago, used to tell me, you know what second place is? The first loser. And I used to tell him, you know what second place is? The person that's breathing heavy down your neck. So you best be on your best game. At all times. That's what second place is. Don't give me that first loser bullshit. That's a very negative attitude as far as I'm concerned. That's the person that's pushing you to get better. Because if you don't get better, they're going to pass your ass. That's what second place is. In my books, at least. Yes, Lino? Oh, that is very sweet, darling. She's a very lucky lady, Lino. So why, if you're going to be sending that stuff to your fiance, hon, why are you going to be going to the University of Connecticut with me, or is it one of them look but don't touch kind of things? Because as far as I'm concerned, just because someone is hitched up with someone else, that does not mean that the radar has gone completely inactive. You know, I who is so insecure that if their significant other, whatever, if they happen to look at someone else that is pleasing on the eyes, who, seriously, you're very insecure in your relationship and in yourself, and very untrusting. If there's nothing wrong with appreciating beauty, or a well-made man, or a well-put-together woman. I mean, there's a lot of ladies out there that I think are absolutely gorgeous. That don't mean I want to hop in bed with them because, ew, sorry, my gate don't go that way. But back to the dear kids. Do surround yourself with people you can be yourself with. So here's the harsh truth. You tend to make mistakes. You're sort of strange, and sometimes you smell. She knows me. You are no different than anyone else. And you better be with the person or persons who will love you through all of that. I recently read about a woman who said that she could never pass gas in front of her spouse because it would ruin their romance. Seriously? I've been married for almost 25 years, and personally, I just don't have the energy to hold in all the bad parts of me all the time. Oh, good Lord, no. No, that didn't last very long in my former marriage. Maybe no, that's not why. Yeah, moving along. I'm not saying to let yourself completely go and sit around all day drinking beer and blowing gas in your grease-stained sweatpants. Ew, skid marks. I'm saying once in a while the ugly and smelly come out, and you need to accept it and move on. It's life. It's human. Courage to get up the nerve to ask someone to dance. They aren't asking you to marry them. It's just a dance, for Christ's sake. So don't be a shithead. Dance. Okay. I have asked several people to dance throughout the years. And, yeah, I do understand how that's, especially when you get that look first, that they do the once over thing, and then they give you that kind of sideways look, and you kind of, yeah, you just kind of go, oh, fuck, never mind, and just turn around and walk off, because it's like, really, seriously, I'm not going to dance with someone that gives me that shit. I don't need your attitude, darling. I'll go dance by myself. Things and done the right things. We've been drunk and high and woke up the next morning full of regret. Okay, I've never had a coyote morning, ever. Thankfully. We thought we knew the whole story, only to find out later that we didn't actually know the story at all. Oh, been there, done that. We have worked up the courage to ask someone to dance, only to be rejected. We have tried to hold in the stinky parts of us, only to realize we cannot. We have known shitheads, and we have been shitheads. We know. Yup. We know. Been there, done that. I went to Cajun... It was a Cajun place out in Denver one time. And one time at band camp, no, it was a Cajun place out in Denver. And you could actually order a gator burger that was supposedly gator. But it was so expensive. It was like, number one, seriously? No. And then seeing the price tag was like, seriously? No. Shit. I could eat for a month on what you want for a burger. No. Don't think so. Yes, Lino? Honey? Oh, you just want to play with some girls in the university? Oh, Oh. See, Lino says it's okay if he goes to the University of Connecticut with me because I'll be his chaperone. That's the wolf guarding the hen house, hon. Oh. See, I'm looking at I'm looking at the rest of the menu and I'm still selecting you as my main course because you, baby girl, are the one that do it for me. That's what you need to tell her, Lino. Tell her Grammy said that. And she'll go, who the fuck is this Grammy person? Only she'll say it in French. She'll say, yeah. My French is not that good. Un petit. I don't remember. Oh, a chainsaw unicorn. Cool. Ah. Quinn, you shared that too. Oh, that is so awesome. That's my kind of unicorn. See, that's a unicorn that's not looking for Vestal virgins. That's a unicorn that wants someone like me. Someone that's been around the block or a while. Someone that's a little on the thorny side. And it says, come on, baby, you hop on back and we'll go tear some shit up. There you go. That's my kind of uni. I like that uni, Faye. Thank you very much. Sweet. I know, I'm easily entertained. Okay. Oh, my Twitter's going, what? These girls look totally different with makeup as opposed to... Yeah, I've seen that. You know, actually, I clean up pretty good, too, when you put makeup on. I just don't wear the shit. I don't want to take the time to do that crap. You know, to me, it's like I have better things to do. Like throw the ball for my dogs. You know, or play with my little bunny rabbit for a little bit, you know, because that's a morning ritual, and I have critters that need scratchings, belly rubbings, all that kind of fun stuff. I'd much rather do that than put war paint on my face. Just saying. Yes, do I have another message? Nope. Okay. Back to my pocket I go. Because I do have... Uh-oh, there was an unexpected error. What? Well, seeing as how my pocket is having an error, does that mean I developed a hole in my pocket and it all fell out? I hate when that happens. Excuse me. Hick burp cha-cha-cha. Ooh, hey, this is me. Or maybe not. Whew. Wow. Okay, over on Fark. Under their interesting cat. Oh, my kitty cat's getting my foot. Ow. 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 Like go, you vermicious canid. God. Ow. That was a toe at one time. It isn't anymore. But it was. Ow. Female mafia boss's nickname is Prickly Pear Lips. Well, I wonder what she did to get that. I'm going to find out. This is from theguardian.com. The Italian police arrest dozens of mafia suspects and give it up. Saying, right here and now. And you need to understand that when women live together like that, or women are associate with each other, their periods tend to synchronize. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Just saying. Apparently, more than 500 officers took part in a raid of the Lundini clan in the Sicilian port city of Catalina after an heir told police about 3 queens. Ouch. Ouch. Let go, you little turd. Of the Catagioroni. Is that how you say that? I don't want to fuck this up. In the Sicilian port city of Catalina, and it was in a sting that also involved forces with Germany, the Netherlands, is what the Italian police told the AFP. 3 women known as the 3 Queens of Caltagirone it's a town near Catalina, had ruled the clan with an iron grip as well as governing all financial matters, but were brought down by the heir to their clan who began helping police. The suspects were all wanted for mafia associations, extortion, drug trafficking, and possession of illegal firearms. Oh, so they were government. Of 109 arrest warrants issued on Wednesday, 86 people were detained, 23 were already serving time in prison, and 6 are still eluding capture, the police said. The Italian authorities say that Giuseppe Ladani was selected to run the clan when he was 17 after his mafia boss father was killed, but he turned to police and told how the 3 women, Maria Scuderi, Concetta Scalisi, and Paolo Torrisi, had raised him. Known as the Prince, he described a world of violence and vendettas, with the women building power after his aunt Concetta's life was saved by his father during an attempted assassination in the end of the 1980s. Torrisi, daughter of a mobster boss whom used to manage the clan's international drug trading, was still young when she began to organize couriers in the area house arrest. According to prosecutor Michelangelo Patani, the clan, which has sought ties with a cocaine running mafia in Calabria, had a huge arsenal of weapons, including 2 bazookas. Bazookas! See, it's close counts with horseshoes, hand grenades, and a bazooka. So see, they have their bases covered. Yes, Lino? Oh, you have to go to sleep now? Okay. They just happen to be a fictitious entity over the area that I live, which sucks. Getting back to this, let's see. Okay. Oh, hey, they also had rocket launchers that were intended for use in hits on several Sicilian magistrates, but the plan was foiled when another informer told police the weapons were hidden in a garage on the slopes of Mount Etna. Dang, rocket launchers too. Dang! Apparently, Ladani is believed to be behind a string of violent attacks in the 1990s, including the murder of a prison warden and a lawyer who had refused to be bought. Police said that they had been hampered in their investigation by local business owners who were probably paying extortion money to them and afraid of them. And these people either lied about being the victims of attempts to extort money from them or admitted the extortion but refused to help identify those responsible. Why? Because of fear. You know, if you get over your fear, I mean, if they kill you, you know what? Everybody dies. Everybody dies. And maybe that was just your time anyway. I don't know. The Sicilian Mafia, known as Cosa Nostra, or Our Thing, was Italy's most powerful organized crime syndicate in the 1980s and 90s, but has seen its power diminish following years of probes and mass arrests and the rise of government mafia. It also faces fierce underworld competition from the increasingly powerful Naples-based Camorra, and I'm not even going to try and butcher that last one because, wow, that's entirely too many consonants in one word. Whew. I wonder if Camorra is Italian for government. Why Trump? I have had shark though, Grammy. I just saw your little comment there. I have had shark, and that's really not bad. It's very rich, but it's not bad. Zero hedge, huh? Let me put this over on. Oh. Justin over here on World True says, it's a new item on the menu. Perhaps the toy that comes in that. Come on. There we go. Share my mafioso gals. Let's see. How about, yeah, I'll do that one. That's appropriate. Okay. Now, what was this about zero hedge? Why Trump thinks unemployment is 42%? Because it is. Knows, but doesn't dare admit. The phony unemployment numbers that Dangleberry continues to crow about and the Fed is so focused on, because the Fed is invested in this. I mean, once people realize that all of your tax dollars do not go to pay for wars, they do not go to food stamps, they do not go to health care for illegal immigrants, they don't go to any of that. All of your tax dollars go to the interest on the debt. Why do you think the debt is so freaking high? So that they can collect all of the tax dollars. That's as interest. If you don't pay that debt, we're going to really seriously, that must be Common Core math that came up with that shit. The number is probably 28, 29, or as high as 35%. In fact, I've even heard recently 42%, which, yeah, could quite. 42% I could see as definitely being the number of underemployment. So how does he justify such large estimates? Well, if we had 5% unemployment, let's go watch Maury. I mean, seriously, he is. Yeah. Thanks, Graham. That was very short, sweet, to the point. And yeah, I do think, yeah. Did you put that over on World Truth, or do I need to? Because I will. You didn't put... Oh, thank you, darling. I'll just do that real quick. The Donald. That hair. People are just electing his mouth and his hair. Do we really have to put up with the rest of him? That's what sucks. Oh, and the hair, seriously, I mean, it's fake, so, And the mouth, well, he's just saying shit that everybody else wants someone to say so that he can distract. Look at the shiny bauble. Look. That's what they do. Distract, distract, distract. Look at the birdie. I'll give him the birdie. Yes. Hi, Rusty. Hi, Bungle in the Jungle. Okay. I'm going to get back to home there. And let's see. I'm going to look on my... British resort breaks Guinness record for tallest stack of pancakes. Hey, Mennel! Dude! They don't look very edible. Just saying. The Guinness World Records confirms a British resort broke the world record with a 3-foot 4-inch tall stack of pancakes. The record-keeping organization said chefs James Haywood and Dave Nichols of Center Parcs Sherwood Forest in Rutherford, England, cooked up 213 pancakes Monday to create the record-breaking stack. They look rather thin to me. I make thicker pancakes than that. The Guinness adjudicator was on hand to confirm the stack beat the 2-foot, 11-inch tall stack cooked up in Efteling. Is that how you say that? It's a theme park in the Netherlands in October of 2014. Wow. Beat it by 5 inches. Dang. After many hours of preparation and the longest 5 seconds of my life, I'm so proud to say that we've set a new Guinness World Record title. Excuse me, hic burp cha cha cha. The Pancake House is not just a nod to our Dutch heritage. It's something that's become synonymous with Center Parcs and is enjoyed by many families. The record required 13 bags of flour, 360 eggs, and 26 pints of milk. Wow. And so, what did you do with all of those pancakes once you were done? Don't tell me you just threw them out. That would really piss me off. Although I will give you props for making the stack, but don't tell me you threw them out. Yes, Grimmy, the hair is alive. It has a life of its own and a mind of its own. And who knows, maybe it's whispering. Maybe that is the earbuds for the Donald. Because Dangleberry has earbuds. And his ever so lovely teleprompter friend, who is his bestest friend for life. So maybe it's attached little suckers to the Donald's head. And it's feeding off of him. You know, it lives off of bullshit. And then it's whispering sweet bullshits in his ears. You think? I think it's possible. Stranger things have happened. I've seen it on the internet. It must be true. Which reminds me, I keep seeing stuff and it's like, okay, Grammy, you need to set the record straight. Propaganda, it's controlled opposition stuff that's put out by they, them, the tards that are large and in charge, or at least they think they're large and in charge. That whole reptilian where, you know, watch their eyes, they'll do that slitty shit. Okay, really? Seriously? I've really, after listening to several videos, because, you know, I'm on this kick lately where I'm listening to all kinds of different videos on word entomology and all this other fun shit. And one thing that has really, really made a lot of sense to me is when Mark Passio, which I've listened to an awful lot of his videos, but it's not just him that I probably listened to like 20 minimum 2-hour long videos in the last week. Just because it's like, this one leads to this one, leads to this one, leads to this one. So, but Mark Passio was discussing in several of his videos, actually, how you have the 3 parts of your brain. You have, and I remember there's like the higher mind, and then you have the left and right. For their reptilian features, put on your sunglasses and see that they're really reptiles. Maybe they were putting that kind of bullshit out there to make people that call them reptilian brained, make them look crazy. It's called controlled opposition. Yeah. And it's covering your ass before the fact. You know, you set it up to be a crazy so that someone, when they finally connect the dots and they use real science and real thought processes in this shit, not just this crazy, they're reptiles, I tell you, they're cold-blooded reptiles. But reptilian part of their brain, but they are most definitely trying to keep us, you know, those of us that aren't part of the tards in charge, you know, table. I happen to like sitting at the dork table myself, but they're the tards in charge table. And they are trying to keep the rest of us in that fight or flight. They're in the fear zone. You know, the 3 F's. Fight, flight, fear. All caused by fear. Fight, flight, caused by fear. I say, fuck. Let's throw a 4th F in there. Fuck you. Fight, flight, fearful. Nah, fuck you. That's my flight. There's my F word for you. But people need to get out of that reptilian mindset. You need to get out of that fear mode. You need to stop thinking that, oh my God, they're going to come get me. Quit being afraid. Seriously. Step up. Stand up for yourself. And goddamn it, do what's right for a change. Instead of just being all, I'm microaggressed. Okay, grow a pair. Whether it's tatas or huevos. I don't care. Grow a pair. Act like a freaking adult. At least start acting like an adult. And then maybe, just maybe, it's kind of like the whole thing where you give compliments to people. And if you put out compliments to other people, it will eventually soak into you and you will be complimentary towards yourself. Who knows? Maybe, just maybe, if you start being respectful towards others, you will start being more respectful towards yourself. I don't know. Maybe you need to switch that around. But stop being so freaking scared all the time. Jeez, oh Pete, stand up to the assholes. Call them out on their bullshit. And you know what? If they bark back at you, stand your ground. Really? Is it that frickin' difficult? Stand your ground. 'Cause you know what? Most bullies will back down once confronted. Most of them will. Even if you just have one other person standing with you, most bullies will back down. Unless they're fluoridated, and then God knows what they'll do. Oh, I'm just going to do that one, I guess, because I can't think of something else offhand. Yes. Oh, they got no arms or legs? Well, okay. They're slithery, Grim. It's just, ew. And you know what? Okay, no, I don't know someone with no arms and no legs. What do you call someone with no arms and no legs laying? Didn't you share? Oh. I see a bulldog that's kind of giving me that look like, fuck. What you talking about, Willis? You know dogs can get that look. Have you noticed that? Ah, Penny commented on the female mafiosos competition in the pissing match, playing a man's game of death and destruction. I hope they'd go down in flames too. Yes, Penny, I do too. I do too. You know, anytime you step up there and try and get in a pissing match with the big boys, you need to suffer the same repercussions that the big boys. They both, yeah. Go and run with the big dogs. Be prepared for the dog catcher. And that shock collar. Although I still want to put a shock collar on politicians so that every time they lie, just a little zap. Just enough to make them wet themselves just a little. Am I evil? Yes, I am. Hi, Becky. Uh-oh. Blackbird said all hell is breaking loose in Oregon. Oh, sweetie, I will check that as soon as I get done. Oh, shit. Shit. I really don't like that. 'Cause, you know, if we get into a pissing match like a actual bullets flying kind of pissing match with the Gooberment, that's not going to end well. It really isn't. But, Sutter would be telling me, well, if you don't have a plan, well, no, sweetheart, I really don't. Because at the point right now, I don't have a plan to fix the fucking world. I have a plan to fix my little part of it. That's the plan I have. Okay. Let me check. Good Lord. Everything is swirling on me tonight. So I'll end with something somewhat fun because I know everybody else is paying attention to stuff that is not nearly so fun. That really saddens me. And frustrating and okay. From Upworthy. End on an upbeat from Upworthy. 24 truths cold weather lovers will know by heart, plus one myth you should get rid of. Seems like the entire eastern half of the United States is turning into the North Pole this week. Okay, central U.S. did that as well, darling. And for some people, that sounds like a nightmare, but there are always those few who would here are 24 truths cold weather people might know to be true, and one misconception we really need to get rid of. Number 1, getting socks as a present is awesome. Yes, it is, especially if they're colorful. Thanks, Grandma. Other people might like to complain, but you know how amazing a good pair of socks can be. So, yes, almost as amazing as a good scarf and hat. Yeah. No bed, um, no bed fort is complete without at least 3 blankets and a breathing hole. True. Number 3, you know that a 2-dog night isn't just a saying, and neither is a 3-dog night. And it's not just a group. Excuse me. Number 4, you don't know what the Japanese heater table thing is called, but you want one, which, whoa, yes. Number 5, walking barefoot across a cold floor or opening the windows will wake you up faster than coffee. And it will also trigger the bladder alert. Whee! Number 6, you tip the heck out of delivery people. Number 7, but no matter how cozy the house is, eventually you have to go outside. If you can open your door to get outside. Number 8, that doesn't mean you have to like it, no. But you don't have to hate it either. Tubing! Excuse me. Number 10, because watching your dog frolic in the snow for the first time will melt your heart, even if it's 12 degrees outside. Or watching a kitty cat playing in fluffy snow. That's also quite entertaining. Number 11, and you know exactly how long it'll be before the lake's frozen enough to walk on. Okay, not that brave. Number 12, walking like a penguin really is the best way to not fall down. Although I do say, number 9, Grim, was I rambled right into that. Number 8 was you don't have to like it. And number 9 was but you don't have to hate it either. So yeah, I just kind of skipped the number part. I'm busy looking at the penguin falling on its ass because I've done that occasionally. And if I do that in the middle of the street, I just lay there and say, just put dandelions on my grave. It's all good. I tend to walk like Tim Conway, though. Just saying. Number 13, you know that bubbles freeze. Yes, have seen that. Number 14, you don't need mascara because frost will cling to your eyelashes, making you look like a Disney princess or Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Number 15, waterproof shoes are a must. But that doesn't necessarily mean that your feet will stay warm. Number 16, if you shovel out your parking spot or put a chair in it, that means it's yours. But that does not mean that the street won't come by with plows and plow it shut. Number 17, if you shovel the entire sidewalk, that makes you a true American hero. I must be one thrice-fold then. Did it 3 times. Number 18, every year seems like the coldest one ever. Well, that's because you are less tolerant of the cold and your piggles get cold sooner, and everyone knows that once the piggles get cold, the rest of you is sure to follow. Number 19, but you might also know that actually the last couple of years have been pretty warm. Is this a global warming thing? I'm going to run out of time, but you know what? That's okay because, hey, there's no one on after me. I know that's very unprofessional, but nobody ever accused me of being professional here, okay? Number 12, ocean and land temperature data. Yeah, if you're getting it from things that are on the top of roofs in the city, yeah, natch, it's going to look a little bit warmer. Number 21, one bout of cold weather doesn't disprove global warming. Although one heat wave doesn't prove it either. Number 22, because climate and weather aren't the same thing. Yeah, we know that, but do you? Number 23, and actually, on the whole, climate change may make winter storms worse because that's our story and we're sticking to it. Oh, wow, this is really fun. And number 24, thank you, cowboy. Oh, well. Y'all have been listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on World Truth Radio and RealLibertyMedia.com Channel 3. Also on the WorldTruth.org Spreaker channel. Y'all have an absolutely awesome rest of your Wackadoodle Wednesday evening or Thursday if you're down under. or on the other side of the Atlantic because it's Thursday for you now. And I will be back Friday noon Central Time, 7 p.m. Denmark